We're here. I can't believe we're doing it. I mean, it's not much of a surprise. I've mentioned it multiple times in other stuff. Mentioned that I wanted to do it. Mentioned that I was getting ready to do it. If you've clicked on the video, you know what it is. Might be surprising. It's probably a shorter video. I don't know if I'll make this multiple days, because day one is just a tutorial, like in the intro and tutorial. I might do a day one, day two combo pack, and then do a single day after that. It'll be more interesting when we get to like Pikmin 2, because Pikmin 2 days can last a really long time because of caves. So might split it up that way. Who knows? I'm excited to be playing Pikmin. It's like 6:30 when I'm recording this. I was gonna sit down one fine morning, play a bunch of Pikmin 1 all day long, you know, have a good chill time. Didn't happen. Had to make the assets and stuff for the game. And then oh, okay, we're good. M cable goofing up. And then the weather got bad. Though it's been cloudy, like warm, cloudy, drizzly rain all this week. And this weekend, I got families coming up and we're doing stuff with them. So basically, the only time I would get to reasonably devote a good chunk of time to this would be like next week. Like a week from now on a weekend. And it's like, man, I just want to start playing the game, you know? I just want to pal around, have a good time. So I'm just going to do that. You're probably wondering, why are we on the Wii U thing? Well, so the best way to get, like, the best quality video is to do the Wii emulation on the Wii U, right? At least for Wii games, that's like the best you can do. I have a RetroTink 5X, and that's good and fine. But from what I understand, you get like close to that quality using a Wii U to emulate Wii software, and then on top of that, to help with the anti-aliasing, kind of clean up edges, I have a M cable running through this, so that's also good and great and fine. Let's freaking plug in. Man, I miss old cases, old game cases and stuff. I like feeling the weight of like knowing there's an instruction booklet in here. The disc is really nice. I'm playing the versions of Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2 that have motion controls. Maybe I'll use the motion controls for I'm gonna play the Switch version of Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Because of the new stuff they added in there. I know they removed some things that seem annoying, but probably only annoying if you're playing like a hard mode, like a harder version of it. Probably not that bad if you're playing like casually, which is what I'm doing. And then at the end of all this, Pikmin 4 on the horizon. They actually just released news for it this week, like a day ago, which is, as of recording this, I'm recording this the 7th of June. So it's like, hey, that's pretty freaking cool, I think. Yeah, very, very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. You get to make your own character. You make your own unique character. You're saving all of our again. We'll get into talking about the way the narratives for these games go. People have had some theories, and there's one theory that I really like involving the wraiths being Umibozu, being like ghost spirits that like hunt down sailors and whatnot. We'll see about that. Either way, I think there's a very interesting like evolution from one game to another as far as like what the antagonistic forces are in each game and the way each one ends. I think the bosses are particularly interesting in each game. I'm not going to sit here and claim that and do what I did with Zelda and claim that like, oh, there's a super deep narrative running through these games, but there are some like interesting things, some interesting lore bits, some interesting encounters and enemies and stuff like that, and little tidbits you learn about the world you're on from one game to another. So yeah. But yeah, I remember feeling like the I remember feeling like the Wii motion controls for these games were really good. Actually, like one of the few games where it was really good. Most mainline Nintendo stuff, if it used motion controls, they were actually pretty good. Plus, I'm using it obviously the Wii U version, and I'm using a Wiimote with a Wii motion control, Wii Motion Plus inside, which makes it that much better. So yeah, the disc is very nice. It's got like a nice silver outer edge and a green center with like Olimar and the Pikmin logo on it. It's very cool. I'm surprised these Wiimotes and stuff still work, to be completely honest. Select display option. Yeah, I got you. Like what I gotta figure out is if my setup is going to work for use the Wii remote to It's not working? Hello? Oh, wait. Is it? No. Why? Well, one moment. Oh yeah, there we go. Hey, this doesn't look that bad. This looks pretty good, all things considered. I'm actually going to be able to have this in, like, kind of 1080? It's not exactly 1080. It's probably like a very offshoot. Like pseudo 1080. This game, I found this game when I discovered this game originally, spoilers, let's open up a menu, I guess. When I discovered this game originally when I was a kid, I was super confused by everything, everything about it. Just the look of it. I mean, look at the box art itself. It's freaking a giant weird ladybug thing eating a bunch of little dudes running around. It's all 3D rendered out. It looks freaking, it looked wild. And then I started playing it. Little me, baby boobop Dante, started trying to play it. And let me tell you, all the stories I've told you about how I would get stuck on the most, you know, remedial games. Yeah. So, I mean, this is a strategy game. Strategy game for like babies, sure, but it was a strategy game all the same, you know. It's been created. Cool. I mean, yeah, but it was a strategy game all the same, and I did not understand. It was my first experience with the concept of like time management and resource management, and first time playing a game that has an actual time limit. Like, you can lose the game if you don't. You can set yourself up for failure if you do not play the game correctly, you know? And that's kind of, so I was very much screwed over in that regard. Yeah, just did not. So experimenting, making sure that's correct. Okay. Yeah, so and I did screw myself over. Took too much time, was confused, didn't know how to progress. Oh, we'll just right into it. Well, let's enjoy this. Not to mention, this game was just so eerie and strange to me. Especially when I was a kid. I mean, I think now too, even. It's a very unique game. I really like the series. I understand why it's not as popular as other Nintendo franchises, but I don't know, I find it charming. I find it fun. Another thing I do love about this game too is the music. I mean, this is pretty unique when you think about it, this kind of intro. No words, no explanation, no anything. Just a scene of you crash landing in the middle of the night, and then that's it. Oh, I love the music, though. Dang, I'm incredibly impressed. Between the Wii U and the M cable, I'm incredibly impressed at how this looks. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space... You know what always threw me off? When they actually introduced voice acting to the game, not like real voice acting, but just like voice sounds to the characters in these games, I was incredibly shocked at how deep Olimar's voice was, because they're such tiny little people, right? So you expect... And the Pikmin sound super high-pitched, so I don't know. It just sort of threw me off. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. It must have blacked out. and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. I like that twist too. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no, better not think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. I mean, yeah, that, you know, it's pretty serious. It's pretty serious, grim setup when you think about it. It's gonna be okay. Maybe I should sit up in my chair a little bit, like push it up a little bit. Now, day one is it's a tutorial, and tutorials they never give you a timer, which is why I might do a day 2 as well. Make the first part a bit of a longer one. I think that sounds like it'd be fine. Yeah, some games don't look as good upscaled as others. This one, though, seems pretty good to me. Now, we have zoomed in real far, though. Can I change that? Hold on. Do you hear that? The whistle is coming out of the actual remote. That's so funny. Hold on, maybe if I don't put the thing on the box, maybe if I put it down, would that be better? No, my arms have to actually be up in order to... Yeah. Although, yeah, the D-pad is camera stuff, that's what I thought. Okay. Because none of that works initially. I do like... I've always liked how these games look, too. This weird mix of, like, hyper cartoony on top of, like, photorealism, or, you know, what passed for photorealism at the time. So I know what we need. Oh, here we go. They present you with such a weird perspective. But then everything opens up the moment you... Yeah, being able to look out and see all the grass and stuff. Well, grass texture. Flat grass texture. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it was waiting for me. Then it dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion, too. Push that. Yeah. Better. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. The sprout emits a strange light, and it sways back and forth without benefit of the wind. Can I help but think it is calling to me? I'm compelled. I must approach it and press A. 2 seconds on an alien planet. Are you pulling things out of the ground? It's a bold choice. Oh, look at them. How could you not love these guys? This game's is so weird, yet so endearing, I don't know. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there, staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pick brand carrots. I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it with A and throw it in the direction I point. I'll call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to C. And pressing down on D-pad, while pointing as well. Holding down C, pressing down on D-pad? The following controls appear to allow me several viewpoints. I don't think that makes sense for you to be saying, Alamo, but I believe you. I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. Oh, the freaking... That's so funny. Forgot they make stuff play out of the controller. Okay, so the interesting thing about these new range of motions, right, is that before in the GameCube version, your cursor was much smaller and it would go out to like here. And you couldn't do anything else with that. Huh? What does this Pikmin think of me? I must observe its reactions. The more things I try, the more reactions I can catalog. I shall attempt to grab and throw it with A and call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react with C pressing down. Oh, I did that. Because you can throw it all the way... I don't know if you can... How far? Yeah, okay, so when you can go this far, because once you get like outside, once the outer ring escapes the center, it doesn't go anymore. I like the music in these games so much. I actually got the, they actually released the soundtrack for this game on CD, which I really appreciated. So I bought that, and I also bought the songs that were the pop songs that were used in like the commercials for the game too. Which the lyrics translated are very sad. It's like from the Pikmin's perspective, basically singing about how like, yeah, you know, we'll keep regrowing and making more of us and dying for you because we love you no matter what. And it's like, oh no. That's like just a little odd, disturbing things about Pikmin. It's very strange. Astonishing. The onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. So, it's like... I don't know if these controls are better or worse than the original controls on the GameCube. I'll say I think they are... They're different, for sure. I think it probably depends on what you're doing. Like if you get really good with this, I'm sure it actually becomes like way more. You could probably get like super accurate out of this, and being able to throw them like way further does change the game a lot. I think it just depends though. Oh, there we go. So I was wondering why I couldn't turn it enough. So yeah, day one, you have to do a set amount of things, and then the day ends automatically. You can't finish... The interesting thing about these games is the speed runs. You can't finish the impact site on day one, obviously. I'm pretty sure, though, if I remember correctly, you can do the Garden of Hope in one day. I'm not gonna like attempt to do that because I'm not. My point here is not to speedrun. My point is just to. Oh, whoops. I'm not trying to speedrun. I'm just trying to, you know, make my way through the games casually and appreciate them. But yeah, I think the speedruns are crazy. You do almost, I think you do every area in one day, which is crazy. I'm gonna get as many Pikmin as we can. I will attempt to be more efficient than. So these are games. This game and 2 are games that I actually went back to. When I got a little bit older, because, well, much like a lot of the games that I had on my GameCube originally and then got rid of at some point, whether I beat them or just couldn't progress, so I got rid of them. I got back into the Pikmin games through Checker Conroy. That's the same reason I got back into, like, I got Wind Waker again, and another reason why I bought Super Mario Sunshine again, because I saw Checker Conroy play those games, do Let's Plays of those games, and I was like, oh man, these games are really, really good and really, really fun. I kind of miss them, and now I understand how to play them better. I'll tell you what, making the intro for this was a little bit more difficult because I don't have there's not a lot of cutscenes in the game to use in that regard. And I didn't have, obviously, gameplay recorded, and I don't want to take other people's gameplay, necessarily. Taking cutscenes that other people upload, I don't feel too bad about that because it's like, well, the cutscenes. We'd all get the same cutscenes, right? Like, but also repurposing them transformative, I don't know. It's a weird, blurry line there. Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin conduct. Oh, it's C to dismiss. Okay. So I'll record this on my computer and access it with Plus. I have to make sure I get distracted so easily, especially while recording. I'm gonna have to make sure I keep track. It's important to keep track of where all the Pikmin are in this game for sure. Amazing, there's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I've already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the dolphin? So there is another thing too. A little bit of nuance to this game. Manage can. I'm going to be doing 100%, each game 100%, including 4 probably, because 100%ing Pikmin games is kind of half the whole, like, fun of them. Are you living in a box? Are you living in a cardboard box? I forgot who sings that. Are you living in a? I actually don't remember. I should look that up. I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. I guess I'll try to get it all done at once by repeatedly tapping A until I pick up all the Pikmin from the ground. Yeah, we won't get into the into expanding our abilities until Pikmin 2, which is another thing I hope they add back to the games. 3 had them a bit, but 2 has like a ton of upgrades and stuff that you can get throughout the game. And the caves, I love the caves. I don't know, apparently the caves are like decisive. A lot of people didn't like the random generation aspect of them. I don't really get it. I think that's like one of the best inclusions. The caves are one of the coolest things about the Pikmin games, and 2 specifically. So I don't know. I've noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. At other times, they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. Okay. I think we need 20 for the engine, so you don't actually have to get as many Pikmin as we have now. But it does make it go faster. Man, it feels super weird to be holding a Wii remote and a nunchuck in my hand after all these years. It's so funny. Oh, in order to feel this leg of the adventure, fitting actually, I have a red strawberry and watermelon lemonade. So kind of fitting. Pretty freaking good. Oh, glorious. With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back toward home. My ship can once again lift off. A glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. Yeah, day ends immediately. We're gonna do one more day. We'll do one more day, I think. Since otherwise a lot of this part would have been me talking, rambling at the beginning with it before even starting the game. I'm gonna adjust my seat though. And as long as there's gameplay happening, I'm not going to be jumping through days. I'm going to have the whole thing beginning to end recorded. Unless I get to 2 and I need a day while I go and farm for potions and stuff. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. And of course, I will be reading out all of the journal entries, because they're very interesting. We won't be getting all the journal entries. Oh, crud. Oh, I skipped it. Oh, dang. One sec. I can fix this. We have the technology. Okay. Hold on. Ah. So the thing is, you only get as many journal entries as you have days that you've played. Certain things happen during certain time frames. For instance, we're going to be trying to get to the perplexing pool within a certain amount of time because there's a unique fight there that I like doing because it adds to the overall sort of story, and weirdness and eeriness and you know. There are a couple of unique fights you can do in a couple of the areas that we might be going to visit those areas just to get those, depending on how our time frame looks like. But for sure, we're going to fight the unique enemy in the perplexing pool, which you have to do it before like day 11 or 15, if I remember correctly. But yeah, another thing is, you actually don't. So we have 29 more days, like in-game days, total. If you don't collect the parts you need before then, you lose. It's game over, and I think they let you go back to a any day you want to try and do better. The interesting thing is you actually don't need all the parts. So another part of the game, kind of, if all you care about is, you know, completing the game within the 30 days, right? Getting all the parts within the 30 days. If you play through the game and fail, right, there are certain parts that are not necessary to take off within the at the end of the 30 days. You only need a handful of vital parts, but we're going to be getting all the parts. I want to get all the parts. Obviously, they give you 30 days. There are 30 parts in the game. I think more than half of those are unnecessary. I could be wrong about that. We'll have to see. But anyways, the first part of the log that I so rudely skipped said, I have somehow managed to launch the Dolphin, but I was surprised to see the Onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface. Or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. And then we have this. The Dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to see my family on planet Hocotate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my Dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I'll name it the Forest of Hope. I'll explore it tomorrow. Another thing too is that you need to obtain certain parts or a certain amount of parts in order to make it to the next area. Now, you need to unlock all 4 main areas. The final area, the final trial, is a completely optional area, if I remember correctly. There are no vital parts there. And if I remember correctly, you actually do not even need to fight what would be considered the final boss. You don't even need to fight the final boss, because the part that's in him is an optional part, which I think is really cool. I think it's a really interesting... This game's very interesting. It's a very interesting setup. It's a very interesting story. The plot is very unique and interesting. Like, it's very weird, like crash landing on a planet using like this weird local fauna life things to like try to help you escape the planet. There's kind of like a grim aspect to it of, oh, I'm going to grow and cultivate and basically guide these like living creatures on this other planet because for some reason they look to me, and I'm gonna do so knowing that like any number of them are going to die. You could be disturbing the natural life cycle of the planet, or the natural ecosystem of the planet, by taking these Pikmin and doing the things that you do with them here. But it's all this sort of thing of like, well, you crash landed on a planet, you may never see your family again. What will you do to get home, right? Like, it's basically that narrative. That narrative we've seen in any number of stories, but for kids. It's like a rated E for everyone. I'm stranded, and I will do anything I must in order to survive. Yeah, me as a kid, seeing this page right here, in actuality, all the information here is extremely simple. But I mean, like, my eyes glaze over. You know, I had no hope to beat this game when I was a kid, but I'm glad that I played it because having that experience and then coming back to it later was very rewarding. I had a lot of instances like that when I was a kid of playing or watching somebody play a game that I got stuck on, realizing how it was supposed to go, and then going back and doing it myself after. Which is probably why I kind of like just have kind of gotten the habit of like not really being bothered if something is spoiled. I'd rather, if it's a brand new game now that I'm older, I don't want to be spoiled by it, but like if I end up finding something out or figuring out that you can do something in a game, I kind of just like, oh cool, that's great to know, you know, and I just can sit down and enjoy the game myself. I watched the entirety of Resident Evil 4 Remake before playing it myself, and I don't know, I still enjoyed the heck out of it. Well, let's save. I'm gonna go wrap up this cut on my finger. I thought it was all good and fine, and then I forgot to wrap it back up after I washed my hands, and then I had to, oh, they thought it would tell you how many parts are in the area. That's nice. Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can apparently get all of them in one day, which I think is impressive. Oh, I love this song, though. This is the song I used for the intro, because when I was trying to think of like what a good song would be, this is like the first one I thought of. It's just so nice. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up my finger. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Going straight to the Forest of Hope. I found out that this image of the map is actually a couple of actual real-life images of some landscapes in Japan, I believe. If you couldn't guess, the place that we've crash-landed is Earth. That's pretty easy to catch early on. We pushed a giant cardboard box, except what you should immediately realize is that we're very, very small. I don't care who you are. Forest of Hope is instant zen. My dolphin has returned to the surface along with the Pikmin's onion. Being alone on this strange planet makes me somewhat uneasy, so I shall call Pikmin out of the onion. All I need to do is stand in the light beneath the onion, press A. Oh, okay, there we go. I think I'm in a good spot like this. Oh. Where are the... You know what? Buddy, go there. Oh no, enemies. Time to find out if the motion controls are a good idea. I have a feeling the motion controls are going to be kicking our butt when we get to 2. Freaking love the music. Also, the music is adaptive. It changes depending on what time of day it is and whether or not you're fighting enemies, which is super cool. Those guys, pretty easy for those guys to kill a bunch of guys if you're not careful. I mean, this game, you know, I say these games are for kids, but in all honesty, it's super easy to lose Pikmin. Like, you should expect to lose Pikmin. To be completely honest, I might lose Pikmin fighting these super small guys. Oh, crap. If you land correctly, you freaking knock him out. I like how they don't even tell you. They don't even introduce the idea of enemies to you. They're just kind of like, yeah, you know, you do. If you throw Pikmin at the very top of the buds, they will knock out stuff. If you're wondering, now you're seeing there's water and there's a part like somewhere over this way. You'd probably be thinking to yourself, well, okay, how would you possibly do this in day 1? If there's water everywhere, if there's water separating you from parts, you can actually get over here, whistle your Pikmin to you, and they will just barely make it. Which is incredibly impressive. Coming up these guys. Got some freaking multitasking going on. you want to try to get as many people on the nectar as you possibly can. Sometimes the Pikmin are absolute scumbags. If one so much as sneezes in the direction of the nectar, they're gonna drink it all by themselves. I don't know how many you can get on there at once. I think like, I want to say almost 10. You might be as many as you possibly can fit on there. I'm not sure though. Another intriguing discovery. A local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar. When the Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly mature into flowers. This apparent Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. Closer observation is needed to determine the strengths and peculiarities of these flower Pikmin. You know, because I was speaking to Tractor Conroy earlier, something I feel extremely validated in is his absolute, like, hatred for Paper Mario Sticker Star, and by extension, the Color Splash game, and I don't know how he feels about Origami King. I think he said Origami King is, like, better, and I would agree it's better. I still don't think it's good. Oh yeah, by drinking the nectar, obviously some of them turn into flowers. That will also happen if you leave them in the ground for long enough. Is that everybody? Did we get everybody? I think we did. Nice. They can also just be buds, like flower buds. Each stage from leaf to bud to flower, they're a little bit faster. If you can notice, they actually keep up with us a lot easier. They're a lot faster, so they actually maneuver around with this thing a lot easier. And they also do more... I don't know if they do more damage or if they just attack faster. They might do a little bit more damage. Okay. Another thing, if you leave Pikmin anywhere outside of this area where you land, if Pikmin are in this area where you land, they will be safe. If you notice, this leaf Pikmin is way, way slower. Super easy for him to get left behind. Okay, let's see here. Keep off to here. I've learned some things from watching other people play the game and watching speedruns. We should be able to kill this guy with what we got. If you just attack in the back like this, they all flood for the legs, and then you... Yeah, as long as you have enough, you should be just fine. Okay, why is the Eternal Fuel Dynamo has an unlimited energy supply? That's absurd. You have that kind of technology? I've seen what Hocotate looks like. I don't believe you guys have that kind of technology. It has an unlimited energy supply. I won't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. This will make my fight easier. Well, my fight for survival a bit easier. What are we looking at for? Oh wait. Whoops. Oh wait, he said something else that time. What did he say? This should light things up. No more candles for me. You were using candles? Oh, 40 people. Jeez. We're like halfway through the day. Can we get a full 100 Pikmin by day 2? That'd be pretty freaking sick, all things considered. All I know is that we're gonna need it. Maybe I should have waited to use the nectar. Oh, if you noticed, when our Pikmin got shook off by the bull blacks that we fought, which is the name of the big guy. The bull borbs are the tiny ones, and the bull blacks are the large ones. One of our flower Pikmin got turned into a bud because the petals got flung off. That's another thing too, is that each stage can lose their stuff by getting like shooken off by enemies and things like that, getting knocked down by enemies. But there's stages, which is nice. So it's not like you probably won't go straight from flower to leaf. My clock has indicated the coming of noon. From now on, I must play. From now on, Alamo, I know, it's a very serious situation, but calm down and speak clearly. From now on, I must pay close attention to the sun meter on my monitor and choose my actions accordingly. So, it is best for me to review my monitor's data. Across the top of my monitor is the sun meter and day display. At the bottom are my spacesuit damage meter and Pikmin gauges. From the left, these numbers reflect Pikmin under my command, Pikmin in the field, and total Pikmin, including those in onions. To adjust my monitor, I can press Z and rotate the camera left or right on the D-pad to zoom, and up to change viewpoint. I can press plus to view the detailed computed analysis. So far, controlling this hasn't felt too bad, though, all things considered. Can I choose whether I want to use leaf or flowers? It doesn't seem like I can. There we go. We're multitasking. We got half a day left. Let's see if we can get one more. We're gonna get 90 Pikmin and maybe one more part, just to see if we can. I could try to trick this part out. I don't think I'm gonna try to do speedrunning tricks. I don't think I need to whoop this game that hard. Dang, these guys aren't even, Oh man, imagine the black walls. The black walls are even harder to knock down. I'm surprised it was taking them this long, though. Eternal fuel dynamo. This should light things up. No more candles for me. I've now recovered 2 of 30 parts. If I can find just 3 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. I'm pretty sure I ended up playing through all the Pikmin games with my friend Megan. I think? I've played through a lot of stuff with Megan. She's cool. She's really cool. So we've I remember we played through Undertale together, but we specifically did Genocide. That was our first experience with Undertale because we wanted to get to the challenging fights. And then I remember I couldn't deal with the DDR fight of Undyne. We were gonna play True Pacifist, but she left. We were like leaving to go to different towns on the last night that we had to do it. And I was fighting. Oh, it was during prom night. Yeah, we were playing freaking Undertale Genocide run. Honestly, I would do that with her like freaking any time of the week. If I could go back and redo that, like whether or not going to prom or just playing that with her, I would just play that with her. It was just more fun, to be completely honest. This one's a little trickier because it's a small boy. Gotta be careful how you direct the Pikmin too, because moving them like this will lead to, I like how the game slowly kind of introduces you to different, orientations and stuff. Oh crud, oh crud. Oh, this is scary. Oh, this is freaking messed up. No! No, 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 no. Oh crud, oh crud, oh no. Everything's over. The dream's over. Kill this guy. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him quicker. Quicker than that. Holy crud. That was so bad. I am utterly horrified by that. Oh my gosh. What have I done? In the wise words of Tyler the Creator, like a vasectomy, what have I done? I can't believe I almost want to restart. No, we're not gonna restart. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. I was getting away with murder right there. I should have just committed. When I saw them running up, I should have committed and ran to the back. So swarming their legs only works. I forgot that we get yellow Pikmin here. So we're about to get yellow Pikmin on day 1? That's kind of crazy. I feel like I never managed to get that done. The color is different, but it seems to be a Pikmin nonetheless. First glance suggests this one has what, in some circles, could be considered very large ears. In some circles. It looks like it may weigh less than the others. In what other ways might it be different from the red Pikmin? I must be sure to observe it closely. I can hold the Pikmin for a moment with A, swap it for another by pressing B. Nifty controls. Yeah, so it's a little bit lighter, which translates to it, I should have saved the yellow ones. The yellow candy pop buds out here. I should have. Oh yeah, the flowers are called candy pop buds. No, wait, no, they're not. The candy pop buds are flowers in the ground. They're just called what are they called? I'm actually not sure. Gotta get my poor Pikmin, my red Pikmin numbers back up. I'm all horrified by that. Okay, we got a little bit of time left. I think what we're gonna do is... Oh. So wait, I could've... Okay, I understand. I'm remembering now why you can get so much done here. I thought the yellow Pikmin were gonna be in the next area. I didn't know you immediately got them here. This is what happens. You reminisce. I freaking reminisced, and people died for it, you know? This is what happens when leaders don't pay attention. It's tragic. A true tragedy. I like how it actually does start getting actually, like, darker, too. Yeah, so yellow Pikmin are faster. No, they're not faster, sorry. You can throw them higher, and they also pick up bomb rocks. Yellow Pikmin change, like, a couple times throughout the series, if I remember correctly. But yeah, they're pretty, like, versatile. They're pretty OP in this game, in particular. My clock is indicating the approach of sunset. Pikmin waiting beneath the dolphin and onions will probably enter onions on their own. But if I don't call the stragglers and add them to my group, they may not be able to make it back. I'm sure that the Pikmin are still planted. Oh, the Pikmin that are still planted are safe. But I'm somewhat concerned about leaving Pikmin to fend for themselves in the darkness. Yeah, what that translates to is if you have Pikmin out in the wild when it's dark, they die. So don't do that. The ones that are over by buds out in the wild also will not be safe. Only the ones that are over by the ship where you land will be safe. I appreciate a quality of life thing in 3 that they did was that they actually had you what am I trying to say? They actually show you the radius. Oh no, I just gotta keep you guys in. We'll come pluck these guys tomorrow. Yeah, 2 more in the ground. Cool. Well, I did not. Okay, so I was surprised. I actually got another Pikmin type, which is big. I totally forgot about that. Shows how long it's been since I played this game. I did not get 100 reds. Instead, I lost, like... That was bad. I lost at least... Well, I guess we're gonna see how many I lost. Then I guess... the next day, we're gonna come back here, I think. Okay, let's see here. It appears that many of my ship's parts have landed in this region. If I can just recover the parts of my radar, I should be able to use my radar screen. How that would improve my chances. And then I'd only have to press plus to locate my parts. Oh yeah, so some of the parts do actually give you new abilities, which is nice. Yet, there seem to be many hostile life forms here. If I am attacked, and my spacesuit takes damage, I must return to my ship, stand in front of it, and press A to make suit repairs. As I explore, I must pay attention to my suit's damage meter. In the bottom left corner of the screen. Yeah, the bad thing, lost in battle, I lost 24 to that one Bull Blacks. That's so bad. That's so bad for day 2. Holy crap. I mean, I'm not trying to set any records here. I'm not doing a speed run here, but holy crud. What I should have done was, there's a trick that you can, there is a speedrun trick where you zoom the camera in as close to Alma as you can, and the game does not like load or does not account for any enemies that aren't on camera. So like they won't act and stuff, which is a good way to get around enemies without them being able to kill your dudes. Man, that really does make me feel like I need to redo that day. I mean, you could do that day so much better, couldn't you? Because now that I know that yellow Pikmin are there, right? The amount of stuff you could get done. You know what? You know what? This is my pride talking. Oh, but I could do it though. I could do it. I feel like I'm Smeagol arguing with Golem right now. It's like, you wants it. You wants to get more parts in one day. You wants to not lose 24 Pikmin. No, leave me be. Don't leave me alone. I'm not even trying to do an actual Smeagol, but I can't do that voice. It would be a killer on the throat to even attempt that. Well, you know what? For now, I'm gonna save, and that's where we're going to call it for now. That was 2 days. Next time will be day 3. Probably just day 3. I'm gonna take it one day at a time, see what we do, what we get done, and decide as we go along how much I want to put into one part. But yeah, this is the beginning of another long haul. Not really as long of a haul as last time, but still. Until next time, hey, if you like this, subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell to get notified of more things in the future. I'm streaming Tears of the Kingdom right now. I'm playing and uploading parts of the Pikmin Legacy. And yeah, more of both of those things to come in the future. Links in the description of things that you can go support. Me and my friend are making a game. Support them. Support me. Do whatever you can. Do whatever you want. Don't do anything. It's all up to you. And yeah, I'll see you next time.